Dear student, good evening to all of you. I'm very pleased to take first class for the student of IARI Assam. And today is 7th February 2025. Time is about 5:30, I think, 5:39. And it will continue for 1 hour. 1 hour lecture will be there. And today, let me introduce you myself also. I am Dr. Dinesh Kumar, Principal Scientist in Division of Agronomy, IARI. I'm mainly concerned with rice wheat system and soil fertility, fertilizers, manures. These are the areas, organic crop production, etc., etc. So I have teaching experience of over 22, 23 years teaching experience. I do teach courses like this modern concept in crop production. For a very long time, I have been associated with the teaching of this course. Other course is soil fertility management. If you may be interested in second semester, I can teach you soil fertility also, soil fertility management. And you can see in the background, my background, it is PG lab. It is lab for the students. You can see some instruments or something, some look of a PG lab. This is called PG lab in IARI. I hope that you get admission in PhD and join in IARI main campus and join this institute main campus, I wish. And for that, you need to work hard from now itself. And I can start now talk. So, you know, your course is modern concept in crop production and 3 lectures and no practical, I think. So your number is also 501. This course number is 501, AG 501. Same number?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So basically, we are going to discuss concept of soil and crop management along with quantitative agrobiological principles and crop growth. So overall, what happens? We want optimum growth of the crops. We want the best growth of the crop. We do not want maximum growth. Maximum growth will give you maximum vegetative growth. It is not necessary that increasing growth will always give you more economic product. So we need to identify the level of growth where we get the best economic return. What for farmers are growing the crops? Why farmers grow the crop? First thing is they grow the crop for family use. Some food can be used in the family and extra or excess commodities, agricultural commodity or crops can be sold in the market so that they can earn some profit. So crop production is done for family needs and crop production is also done for market needs. You want to sell it. Farmer want to raise their income. Income means they want to increase the profit. So if we get maximum growth, if we get too much of growth of the plants, it may not result you better economic yield. We want optimum economic yield, which will give us maximum profit. Because simply by increasing the level of input, the growth can be increased up to some extent, but that increased growth may not be beneficial. So we need to identify the level of growth which gives us the best economic return. That is the purpose of crop production. Another important point is that our activities, farming activities or crop production activities should not pollute the environment. They should be good for the environment. They should be acceptable by farmers. They should be acceptable by communities. Then our crop production will be sustainable. We want sustainable crop production. It can happen only when we are able to use our natural resources judiciously. When we are able to use our natural resources judiciously so that natural resources are not destroyed. They are used sustainably. They are used sustainably. So natural use, for example, if we are doing crop production, we need to use soil and water. So soil and water both are natural resource. If we use fertilizer, if we use, say, herbicide, chemicals, then they are our artificial resources, or they are inputs. They are artificial inputs. So in crop production, we take advantage of certain natural resources, and also we combine some artificial resources. So we make the combination of both. We are using natural resources, artificial resources in crop production. So the crop production should be in such a way so that these natural resources are not disturbed. They are not destroyed. They are made sustainable. First point. Second point, there is least pollution to the environment. Our agricultural practices or crop production should give least pollution of the environment, should result in least pollution. And third important point is that it should be economically viable. We should get better economic returns out of crop production. Then our crop production will be successful. I hope you got the point what I wanted to say. Another point is about crop production. I can consider crop production as agronomy. Okay. Palash.
Yes, sir.
What is agronomy?
Sir, agronomy is the study of managing the crops and soil for better crop production.
Correct. He says that agronomy is the branch of science or branch of agriculture that deals with the principles, practices of crop production and soil management. So overall, agronomy, if we understand agronomy, it is very clear that it is crop production. Basically, agronomy is crop production. How? Because in the definition, he says that it is crop management or crop production and soil management, or crop and soil management. You can say crop and soil management is your agronomy. So now question comes, Palash, why soil management? What for we are doing soil management? You are saying that agronomy is crop and soil management for crop production, isn't it? So that means soil management is integral to crop production. Means agronomy is considered as crop production and soil management. What for we are managing the soil? We are managing the soil for crop production. So ultimately, you can say, you can justify that agronomy is crop production. Science of crop production is agronomy. Science and art bhi keh sakte ho. Science and art of crop production is agronomy. So therefore, if I say principle of crop production, if I say principle of agronomy, are they different or are they same? If I say principles of agronomy, or if I say principles of crop production, are they different or same?
They're almost same.
Almost same, or I can say exactly same. So whenever you see, if you see the textbooks on agronomy, some author write principles of agronomy. Some authors write principles of crop production. Some authors write principles and practices of crop production, isn't it? Some write principles and practices of agronomy. So we need to understand the difference between principles and practices and agronomy and crop production. So by now, you should be sure that there is hardly any difference in principles of crop production and principle of agronomy. Practically, they are same. Okay, so this point is clear. Second point is, what is difference in principle and practices? So principle is basically some theoretical rules, some fundamental guidelines that guide the farmers to achieve a task. That is your principle. And how this particular principle is achieved in practical terms, that becomes your principle. For example, if you see in conservation agriculture has three principles, isn't it? Three principles are there. Principle kaha jata hai. What are the principles? Principles are that you go for zero tillage or no tillage. Number two, 30% soil should be covered with residues or mulch. Third is crop diversification. So these are three principles. But when it comes to the adoption of these principles, though that will become practice. So your zero tillage crop production, when you produce crop without tillage in the field, then it is a practice. Same principle of zero tillage will become a practice when you adopt it in the field. You have started adoption of that particular principle right in the field, means you are growing the crop without tillage, then that practice becomes your zero tillage. That becomes a practice. Second, take case of mulching. They say that 30% soil should be covered with. So this is principle 30%, but this principle does not tell you what should be the material. What should be material? What material can be used for covering the soil? You can use kind of residues which are available. So addition of residues to the soil to cover the ground will become your practice. Sometimes you can put sesbania leaves. Sometimes you can put any straw, any organic material. Sometimes you can do mulching with the weeds also. So that becomes your practice. Means you are managing residues on the surface. अंतर समझ में आया principle और उसमें practice में? One more example. The third principle of conservation agriculture is crop diversification. Means you need to diversify the crop. So this is a principle. How to achieve it? By adopting crop rotations. We can follow crop rotations. We can go for intercropping for diversification of the crop. So now, principle was that we need to diversify the crop. And how we did it? By adopting crop rotation or by adopting intercropping system. So we can rotate the crop, we can change the crop. Rotation means changing the crop. We do not repeat the crop in rotation. We actually change the crop. So changing the crop becomes your practice. Changing the crop becomes your practice. Our principle was diversification. Is it clear now? Difference in principle and practices. So principle is just a written guideline. A principle is a fundamental thing. A law, कोई कानून है, कोई statement है, that can be a principle. But when we apply, when we adopt these principles in real situation, then it becomes practice. So you will find that people write principle and practices of agronomy and your principle and practice of crop production likewise. Is it okay, Palash?
Yes, sir.
Now, in IRE, there are several instructors in this course. If your interest is there, if your interest continues in this course, then I will request other instructor also to teach you. It depends upon your interest. If your interest is there, I will request Dibakar. I can request Rishi Raj. Two people I can request to take your classes. Okay, not to take your exam, but to teach you, to make you learn the things, not to evaluate you. This will be just for learning. We will not take any serious exam. We just want to teach you. That is the motto. Our evaluation is not my motto or our motto. To be frank and honest, we want to make you learn the things. That is the purpose. It is up to you how much you want to gain. If you will show interest, I will arrange classes by other faculty also from IRE for you. Okay. Now, these are the topics I am going to cover. Scientific principles of crop production, economics of crop production, I will touch, law of diminishing return in detail. This is very important and fundamental law. Every agronomy student should know law of diminishing return because it is most practical law which is applicable in agronomy, in crop production. This is the first law or major law which is there in agronomy or crop production. Then crop response production functions. Production functions are relationship between input and output. Input can be plant population, input can be seed, fertilizer, irrigation, or input can be dose of herbicide, any input, dose of pesticide, insecticide, and how it is related to output. So there are certain equations, certain functions that will be taught to you. Concept of soil-plant relationship, the relationship between soil and plant, I'll teach you. Organic farming, if you have interest in organic farming, I can take few lectures on organic farming. And then what are the modern concepts, some recent concepts in crop production, particularly those related to climate change, how agronomy is changing with climate changes, and some soil-less cultivation, aeroponics. If I get chance, I'll speak on the last topic also. Besides this, you all 3 or 4 people can send me your email of all the 3 people or 4 people, whosoever are, after the class, today or tomorrow, send me email and I will share my all the PowerPoint presentations to you without any restriction. Okay, so I'll share all the PowerPoint presentation. I'll make them available as it is. I'll not convert to PDF, rather, I'll give you a straightaway PowerPoint presentation. You can use them, you can reuse them. This is one point. Another point is that I can give you some good books, PDF versions of books. First book I recommend for every MSc student is The Nature and Properties of Soil. The Nature and Properties of Soil. Every agronomy student in India should read this book from page 1 to last page. Okay, the latest edition is available with me. I will share. लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है, मैं भेज दूंगा आपको, कल भेज दूंगा. Okay, so tomorrow I will share the edition of this book, which is available in PDF. It is complete. Number 1 book. Number 2 book is Soil Fertility and Fertilizers. Soil Fertility and Fertilizer by Havlin. Okay, so this is book I will share. Another book is Soil Fertility Evaluation by C.A. Black. C.A. Black has written one book, Soil Fertility and its Evaluation. 3 book. Number 4th book, Statistical Methods. Statistical Methods is written by Gomez and Gomez. This book is good for statistics, for fundamentals of statistics, particularly experimental designs. Now you are in MSc Agronomy. You will be taught at least 2 courses in statistics. One will be on basic statistics and one course will be on experimental design. Every MSc student in agronomy in India is taught these 2 courses. मैं आपको डरा नहीं रहा, डरना मत. I'm not making you afraid. Just मैं बता रहा हूँ आपको. You must be knowing it. So this book, this 2 courses. One is basics of statistics. They teach you mean, median, mode, dispersion, or standard deviation. All these things are taught in basic course on statistics. Another course is on experimental design. There they will teach you different designs, design of experiments, fundamental principles of experimentation. So those kind of things will be taught to you. Is there somebody teaching you statistics or not? In your institute or from outside?
Yes, sir. Arpan sir teaches us statistics. Arpan
IAS
Bhowmick
वाला
sir.
पढ़ा रहा है आपको?
Yes,
IAS
sir.
वाले?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm
No.
happy.
Sir, he is in our campus only.
Okay. You have one statistician who is teaching you statistics.
Yes, sir.
Good. So you need to see, sometimes there may be shortage of faculty in your institute. you may not be having enough faculty. So you need to make adjustment. You need to learn yourself. Now you get the syllabus in your hand. And if teacher is not available in any course, you can use YouTube. You can use YouTube. On every subject, you will find lectures. So I will share you a later part. I'll share you some information wherefrom you can learn subjects of agriculture. A number of channels are available, dedicated channels are available for agriculture also. I'll share the information later, depending upon your interest. So many times you will be required to learn without teacher. You have to do self-study also if your course is not completed, because you have to compete with other students who are having good teachers or who are having sufficient teachers. So you need to make up actually. And nobody will tell you to make up. You have to make up the studies yourself. जो गैप आएगा ना आपका और IRA के स्टूडेंट का या पंतनगर के स्टूडेंट का या विधानचंद के स्टूडेंट का, there is going to be a gap in teaching. यहाँ अभी स्टार्टिंग है, टीचर कम है, फैसिलिटी नहीं होगा, बट यू विल लूज द टाइम. आपका तो टाइम 2 years ही है. So you need to make up everything. You are competing with other students also. उसको भी दिमाग में रखना. ठीक है. You are in the good position, I know. You are in better place, but you need to raise your level. ये मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ. Need to raise your level. You need to do self learning. सिलेबस लो, टीचर ने जो पढ़ा नंबर के लिए नहीं लेना, इवेलुएशन के लिए नहीं पढ़ना, सीखने के लिए पढ़ना. वी नीड टू स्टडी टू लर्न, नॉट फॉर गेटिंग मार्क्स. मार्क्स से कुछ नहीं होता. सब जगह कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम होता है, एवरीवेयर कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम. सो आई एम नॉट अगेंस्ट गेटिंग गुड मार्क्स आल्सो. आप अच्छा नंबर भी लो, बट आप जो है ना ट्राई करके अपने आप ही सीखने की कोशिश करो सिलेबस के हिसाब से. But I promise I will try to help you to the extent possible. मैं दूसरे लोगों के भी लेक्चर करा सकता हूँ, आपकी हेल्प करा सकता हूँ, रिक्वेस्ट कर सकता हूँ लोगों से. दूसरे जैसे फर्टिलिटी आएगी, सॉइल फर्टिलिटी में अगर पॉसिबल हुआ नेक्स्ट सेमेस्टर में वी विल बी टीचिंग. सो यू कैन रिक्वेस्ट. सो welcome back. Now you have joined again. So you need to raise the bar, your standards, and next semester there will be soil fertility course. We 4-5 instructor will be teaching to IRA student. What you can do, you can make a request to the dean or to your coordinator that your semester teaching should be linked to IRA, so that whatever we are teaching in the classroom, that can be telecast to your place also, so that you can study the same content, same course. Would you be able to do it? Because it is very simple. We need to put one camera in the lecture hall and then link to you. So you next semester, even other courses also, you have teachers, but wherever you feel that there is shortage of the faculty, then you can ask Dean Madam to facilitate you from IRA teaching. It is possible. Now coming to the references you can have. So whatever references I have suggested, I will share those references, and I have many other good books also on agronomy. I can share demand based. You have to raise me demand. According to demand, I will give you literature. But if you come to IRA, sometimes in future, if somebody else is coming to IRA, you can send one pen drive. You can send one pen drive to IRA. You can bring or you can send through your friend. I'll give you a literature of advances in agronomy. Advances in agronomy is a journal, is a kind of book which is published many times in a year, and it has very good chapters, very good knowledge. Suppose you are going to deliver a seminar, MSc seminar, and you have been allotted a topic. You have been allotted a topic, say, organic farming, or you have been allotted a topic, say herbicide use in rice, okay, any topic. So you want content to prepare your seminar. So for agronomy students, Advances in Agronomy is the best source. For any topic, for any complete knowledge, you can go to Advances in Agronomy. For any topic, you can get good knowledge. That is kind of our Bible. So because it's very heavy, a load is too much, I cannot send you by Gmail, etc. It takes a lot of time. So what you can do, you can send one pen drive through your friends and I will share. Some latest years journal are not available, but up to 2022, I have collection from volume 1 up to volume 2020, year 2022. First time it was published in 1949. From 1949 up to 2022, I have all the issues. So I will give you those issues plus some need-based books I can share, good books. Just now, I have suggested you 3-4 books. These books will help you different courses. They are not just for one course. For example, if you study Nature and Properties of Soil by Brady, ये तो famous किताब है, इसका नाम हमें पता होना चाहिए. If we study that book from chapter 1 to last, so we can know details about the soil. We can know detail of fertilizer. We can know about soil fertility. We can know about water management. One chapter is there on water management. So you will have courses on water also. Saturated flow, water flow under saturated condition, unsaturated condition, what is water potential. So there are many subjects which are covered in Nature and Properties of Soil. It covers you pollution also, chapter on pollution, soil pollution. So if you learn this book, it gives you help. It helps you in many courses. Similarly, book on fertilizer, soil fertility and fertilizer. If you see the content, if you read it, it will help you in this course also. Modern Concepts in Crop Production, or whatever title is there. I call it AG 501 or Principle of Crop Production. The name of this course has been Principle of Crop Production. People have unnecessarily changed the name of this course. Anyways, so in Principle of Crop Production, when I teach you basic soil-plant relationship, so in this relationship, you need to study clay colloids. You need to study the structure of the soil. You need to study cation exchange capacity, etc., etc. All these things are given in that book chapter. So one chapter is there on basic soil-plant relationship in a Tisdale book. I call it Tisdale book or Havlin book, Soil Fertility and Fertilizer. I will share. So that book will help you. Similarly, whatever book I have suggested, they will help you in different courses. They are not just for one course. If I learn anything in detail, I can link this knowledge to other courses also. So we need to take kind of multidisciplinary. We need to learn in totality. ठीक है, ऐसा नहीं है हम किसी सब्जेक्ट को अधूरा एक एंगल से पकड़े. प्लांट को पता नहीं है, प्लांट डज नॉट नो सब्जेक्ट. अगर इफ प्लांट का कलर पीला हो गया, पत्तों का रंग पीला हो गया, so we should not see from, if I am pathologist, plant pathologist, I will say it is disease, है ना? पत्ते का रंग पीला हो गया, leaf color has become yellow. If I am plant pathologist, I will say it is because of disease, maybe fungal disease, maybe viral disease. If I am nematologist, I will say it is because of nematodes, yellow color होता है पत्ते का. If I am soil scientist, I will say it is because of nitrogen deficiency or sulfur deficiency. If I am water scientist, water management, I will say it is because of water shortage, water deficiency, plant could not get nutrients. So therefore, this yellow color has come. So, but plant does not know soil science, pathology, entomology. Its leaf are leaves. Sorry, its leaves have become yellow. See, only this is known to the plant. So we need to see the thing in totality. We should not be biased for a subject. So we need to look from all angles, from all perspective, from pathology, from this. And then we can rule out certain suggestions or certain opinions, and then we can reach the final decision. So this is how we need to take the things in totality, which is called as holistic approach. This is called as holistic approach. If we tackle a problem from all angles, from all perspective, then this approach is called as holistic approach. Now you see, so therefore, in this case, I'm just saying you some books. So you need to buy some books. It is up to you which book you want to buy. I'm not recommending any book, but books have to be there. You can discuss with your seniors, and you can buy Indian books also. Some books, the common books are by Reddy, etc. So whatever book you deem fit, you can buy. But you should have some books on your table to read. 1 or 2 books you can buy from Indian Society of Agronomy also. You can see the list of the books available from Indian Society of Agronomy. So you may find 1 or 2 books useful also. For example, agronomic terminology. Every student of agronomy should have agronomic terminology. I was able to pass JRF exam when I was doing BSc. I qualified JRF exam for MSc. So in that JRF exam, I read only 1 book, which was agronomic terminology. And it was enough. It was enough for me to qualify JRF. So what I mean to say, that is also good. Gagar mein sagar hai, means this agronomic terminology, it gives you everything, और जल्दी पढ़ के उसको हम finish कर सकते हैं, उसको हम सीख सकते हैं. So you can try agronomic terminology also. Or some books are available from ICR also. ICR हमारा जो Indian Council of Agriculture Research है, इसका एक publication division होता है, which is called DKMA. DKMA, सब लोग हिंदी समझ लेते हो तुम लोग? दादा, पलाश,
Yes, sir.
हिंदी थोड़ा सा,
Yes,
काजल,
sir.
ज्योति, आप
Yes, sir.
थोड़ा बहुत समझ लेते हो? कहीं ऐसा ना हो मैं हिंदी बोल रहा हूँ. कभी कभी हिंदी बोलने को मन कर जाता है, बोल देते हैं. So you can buy some books from ICR also. ICR has a department which is called as Directorate of Knowledge Management in Agriculture, DKMA. So its responsibility is to publish all kind of publications of ICR. ICR का जितना भी publication होता है, annual report हो, या reporter हो, news हो, journals हो, books हो, सारी की सारे all are published by this publisher, which is part of ICR. DKMA, Directorate of Knowledge Management in Agriculture. So whenever you get a chance to come to IRE or Delhi, you can have a look at the publications. You can buy some publications from, or what you can do, you can find a catalog of publications of ICR, and few publications you can put order. You can place order also, and then ICR, DKMA will send you by post. They are doing this. If you don't have time, or if you don't wish to come to Delhi, then in that case, you can directly buy some publication of ICR through this order, placing the order. And also, if you fail, you can tell me, I can help you. There is one bookshop in IRA. This bookshop is run by Mr. Sharma. He is my friend. You can choose the books. You can choose the book, make the list of the items that you want to purchase. You can pay that much of money and postal charge to him. I will help you to pay money to him. And then within 3-4 days, he will send the books by courier. I will take guarantee, I will take responsibility that material is delivered to you if you pay money. You have to pay money, but I can facilitate purchase of books. He will give you 10 to 15% discount also on the written price. ICR will also give you discount of 25% if you produce certificate or if you produce your I-card. If you can show your I-card, so ICR will give you some discount. So first, what is required? You download the catalog of books of ICR from DKMA website. You can go to DKMA, download the catalog, and just see what title attracts you. What title is of your interest. Sometimes it can be your interest on climatology and meteorology. Agronomy students should have one book on climatology or meteorology, particularly agricultural meteorology. जानते हो ना? Agricultural meteorology, मौसम विज्ञान. So because our crop production is incomplete without meteorology. In some agricultural universities, this agronomy and meteorology departments are combined. In some universities, agronomy department will also have some scientists, some professors from agricultural meteorology. So we cannot keep away this meteorology department. So you need to have knowledge of weather and climate. समझ में आई बात? वेदर भी पढ़ना हमको, क्लाइमेट भी पढ़ना, उसकी नॉलेज आएगी. Likewise, I was talking to you about statistics. डिजाइन हमको करना ही पड़ेगा. Similarly, I was talking about soil. We need to have knowledge of soil and soil fertility. Similarly, I was talking water. So water agronomy में भी होता है और water अलग से भी होता है. Water की इंजीनियरिंग भी होती है. So we need to have knowledge of water. मैं डरा नहीं रहा आपको, थोड़ा थोड़ा आपको आइडिया दे रहा हूँ because you are very new, very fresh. अभी आपको ज्यादा आइडिया नहीं है. I understand. एक दिन में कोई बड़ा नहीं बनता, ठीक है? And you should accept that I am starting from zero. आप एक accept कर लो भाई, हाँ एग्रोनॉमी में हम आए. We are starting from zero, but within a shorter time, with hard work, I can make up. ठीक है, मैं उसको मेकअप कर सकता हूँ, कर सकती हूँ, but it is possible. तो एग्रोनॉमी में आप ये ना समझो खाली एग्रोनॉमी पढ़ना. जब आप क्रॉप प्रोडक्शन पढ़ते हो, then you also study diseases, isn't it? We also study insect pest. पढ़ता है एग्रोनॉमी का आदमी. So इतनी एंटोमोलॉजी आपको BSc में पढ़ा दी गई होगी. कॉकरोच के बारे में बता दिया गया होगा, टिड्डा बता दिया गया होगा, ग्रास होपर, मेंढक सब बता दिया गया होगा, और कुछ पैथोलॉजी भी बताई गई होगी. सम डिजीजेस यू मस्ट हैव बीन टॉट, सम प्लांट पैथोलॉजी कोर्सेज मस्ट हैव बीन टॉट टू यू इन UG. Those are enough, but we should have some knowledge of entomology also, some knowledge of pathology also, some knowledge of microbiology also. पता है ना, माइक्रोबायोलॉजी की नॉलेज हमें चाहिए, क्योंकि we need to study diseases and pest. We need to study the biofertilizer also. So biofertilizer भी तो माइक्रोब होते हैं, तो माइक्रोब की भी नॉलेज हमें चाहिए, माइक्रोब, ठीक है? और इसके साथ साथ इकोनॉमिक्स की नॉलेज चाहिए हमको. इकोनॉमिक्स की मैंने अभी बात की ना, आई जस्ट टॉक टू यू दैट वी वांट प्रॉफिट, वी वांट गुड रिटर्न फ्रॉम आवर क्रॉप प्रोडक्शन. सो देयरफॉर वी शुड हैव सम नॉलेज ऑफ द इकोनॉमिक्स. इकोनॉमिक्स की क्या है? फार्म मैनेजमेंट. पता है आपको? फार्म मैनेजमेंट होता है एग्रीकल्चरल इकोनॉमिक्स एंड फार्म मैनेजमेंट. इसकी भी एक बुक लेनी पड़ेगी आपको. You need to purchase one book of agricultural economics and farm management. इसकी कोई भी अच्छी बुक जो स्टैंडर्ड बुक हो वो आप ले लेना. एग्रीकल्चरल इकोनॉमिक्स की ले लोगे तो उसी के अंदर फार्म मैनेजमेंट भी आ जाता है, बट सम टाइम दे आर सेपरेटेड, फार्म मैनेजमेंट एंड एग्रीकल्चरल इकोनॉमिक्स. सो ये जो फार्म मैनेजमेंट एग्रीकल्चरल इकोनॉमिक्स की किताब होगी, दैट विल बी यूजफुल टू यू. ये आपको प्लानिंग के बारे में बताएगी, फार्म प्लानिंग, फार्म बजटिंग, ये सारा उसी का. इकोनॉमिक्स, सर्टेन लॉ ऑफ डिमिनिशिंग रिटर्न, ये सारी चीजें उसको. मैं सचमुच, आप डर मत जाना मेरी बात, आप भी जानते हो, आई एम जस्ट रिवाइजिंग इट. अब मैं आपको जगा रहा हूं, मैं आपको बता रहा हूं कि आपको हाउ टू स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द स्क्रैच, ABCD से कैसे शुरू करना है एग्रोनॉमी का. सो इकोनॉमिक्स जानना है, स्टैटिस्टिक्स जानना है, बाकी पैथोलॉजी एंड प्लांट फिजियोलॉजी भी थोड़ा बहुत जानना होगा. ड्राई मैटर एक्युमुलेशन, लीफ एरिया इंडेक्स है, तमाम तरह की. एग्रोनॉमी में वी कॉल इट क्रॉप फिजियोलॉजी. पता है ना, क्रॉप फिजियोलॉजी. प्लांट फिजियोलॉजी इज फॉर इंडिविजुअल प्लांट एंड क्रॉप फिजियोलॉजी इज फॉर द होल क्रॉप. सो क्रॉप फिजियोलॉजी इज आल्सो पार्ट ऑफ क्रॉप प्रोडक्शन. उसकी भी नॉलेज हमें चाहिए. हार्वेस्ट इंडेक्स क्या होती है, लीफ एरिया इंडेक्स क्या होती है, CGR, NAR, RGR क्या होते हैं, ग्रोथ क्या होती है, डेवलपमेंट क्या होता है प्लांट का. सो दिस इज पार्ट ऑफ क्रॉप फिजियोलॉजी. थोड़ा बहुत हमें ड्राई मैटर एक्युमुलेशन कैसे होता है, कैसे स्टडी करते हैं, तमाम इसकी इंडाइसेस आती हैं ग्रोथ की। सो जो ग्रोथ है, ग्रोथ एंड पैरामीटर्स, तो आपको क्रॉप फिजियोलॉजी भी पढ़ना होगा। आपने देखा होगा इसमें किसी ने अगर कोई पढ़ाया होगा ग्रोथ एनालिसिस, पढ़ा दिया अभी नहीं? डिड दे टीच यू ग्रोथ एंड ग्रोथ एनालिसिस?
हाँ सर।
पढ़ा दिया है, ठीक है। तो आपको
Yes,
पता
sir.
लग रहा होगा कि वी आल्सो नीड टू स्टडी क्रॉप फिजियोलॉजी,
Yes, sir.
ठीक है। CA Black, soil fertility evaluation and control, I will send you. Soil fertility and fertilizers, an introduction to nutrient management. I'll send you this book tomorrow or day after tomorrow. The nature and properties of soil. आप group email भेज देना, I will send. Now, the actual topic starts. Modern concepts in crop production. Formerly, this course was called as Principle of Crop Production. So, ज्योति क्या हुआ, आपने बंद क्यों कर लिया वीडियो? काजल?
Sir, because there is some network issue, so
नहीं,
that's
नहीं,
why I closed the.
ये बहाना मुझे मत करना।
Sir, it's.
अगर आपको नेटवर्क की कोई दिक्कत है तो पलाश को भी होनी चाहिए। कल को ये भी कहने लगे, ऐसा मत करो यार। देखो, आप जानते नहीं हो, अगर आप वीडियो नहीं खोलोगे मैं नहीं पढ़ाऊंगा, और अब बार बार कहूंगा भी नहीं इस चीज को। अगर कोई दिक्कत आ रही है, सॉर्ट आउट एट योर एंड, क्योंकि ऐसा है कि पढ़ाने के लिए बहुत है हमारे पास, अपॉर्चुनिटीज बहुत है। मैं कोई आपको एहसान नहीं दिखा रहा, लेकिन आप ये मान लीजिए कि मैं आई हैव इंटरेस्ट, दैट्स व्हाई आई एम टीचिंग यू। नहीं तो आपको पता लग जाएगा टू फाइंड ए टीचर, यू स्लोली आप कहीं किसी और से करा के देख लेना लेक्चर। कोई शाम को घर छोड़ के, खेलना छोड़ के 5 बजे आपको लेक्चर लेने बैठ जाए, और तो फिर उसका फिर रेस्पेक्ट ना हो तो कोई ऐसी कोई बात नहीं। व्हाट आई विल गेट फ्रॉम यू, व्हाट आई विल गेट फ्रॉम IRE, बताओ ना। अगर मैं लेक्चर ले रहा हूं तो वो आप तक पहुंचना चाहिए, मेरा पर्पस इतना है, दैट शुड रीच यू। जबरदस्ती कुछ नहीं होता है, तो आपको सीखना है इसको, और इसको ऑन रखना प्लीज। उसमें ये होता है ना कि अब जैसे आपने ये डीजे देखा, डीजे जो म्यूजिक चलाते हैं, डीजे होते हैं कि आरजे होते हैं, क्या होते हैं? आरजे स्टूडियो में अकेला बैठा रहता है, जो रेडियो चलाता ना, चैनल FM गोल्ड है, लाल मिर्ची, पीली मिर्ची, ये जो चैनल चलते हैं इनका, वो अकेला बैठा बैठा बोर होता है, लेकिन उसको 10 घंटे अपना प्रोग्राम चलाना होता है। यही बात हमारी है, अगर ये सारी तस्वीर सामने से हट जाए तो हम बोर फील करेंगे। इससे फिर इंटरेक्शन भी होता है, इंटरेक्टिव होता है, आपके लिए भी अच्छा है। यू आर फेसिंग द टीचर, अगर टीचर को फेस नहीं करोगे कैसे सीखोगे? ठीक है, एनीवेज, नाउ वी कम टू द टाइटल ऑफ योर कोर्स इज मॉडर्न कंसेप्ट्स इन क्रॉप प्रोडक्शन। सो यू कैन सी what are the keywords. Whenever you want to understand a topic, you should understand keywords individually. Individually, we should understand the course. For example, if I say principles and practices of water management. So if I know the meaning of principle, if I know the meaning of practices, if I know the meaning of water, if I know the meaning of management, then I can easily understand the topic. If I try to understand the topic by counting all the words in together, I cannot draw the meaning. I need to break it into pieces to understand the correct meaning of a topic, of a message. So here, what are the keywords? One is modern concepts. Okay, modern concept means latest concepts. So I should know what is meant by modern, what is meant by concept. After that, in crop production, I do not know what is crop. I do not know what is production. So I need to break them into individual word. I can break them in crop and then in production. So if I understand these individual meaning of individual words, then I can easily understand what is the meaning of the all words when they put together. So here I need to learn meaning of principle, meaning of crop, meaning of production. If suddenly I ask what is production? So production is not just in agriculture. Production may be in industry also. Production may be in some other spheres also. So what is mean by production? What is then crop production? If I combine crop with production, it becomes crop production. And then if I combine three, it becomes principle of crop production. So let us learn what do we mean by principle. Just now I tried to describe you that principles are a fundamental truth or proposition that serves as the foundation for a system of belief or behavior or for a chain of reasoning. This is with complicated definition, may not be understood to you. I would put forward some simplest meaning of principle. What is principle? Okay, I am very principled person. I get up early in the morning. This is my principle. I say hello to everybody. This is my principle. I do not tell lie. This is my principle. So these are some fundamental attributes within me, or I am following certain guidelines of my life. So those becomes principle for me. The scientific law that explains a natural action, sometimes, so it has got different meaning. Sometimes principle means the scientific law that explains a natural action. For example, the principle of cell division. You know about principles of cell division, principle of gravity, principles of gravitational force. Likewise, there are several principles. A basic idea, some idea or rule, it may be principle, maybe a rule also. An idea or rule that explains or controls how something happens or works. Okay, how something happens or how something works. See, principle of two-stroke engine, principle of four-stroke engine. Engine सुना है आपने? Engine, diesel engine, petrol engine. ये दो तरह के होते हैं, two-stroke engine, four-stroke engine. So what is difference in two-stroke engine and four-stroke engine? What is the principle of two-stroke engine or four-stroke engine? तो वो principle हो गया. That becomes your principle. It controls how something happens or work, how it will work, how this two-stroke will work or four-stroke will work. It will depend upon the principle. कितने stroke होंगे, जिसमें दो stroke होंगे, किसमें चार stroke होंगे, कौन से stroke होंगे. So that is also principle. It is controlling something. Basic or fundamental or general principle, or basic rules or fundamental rules are your principle. ऐसे भी कह सकते हैं. दूसरे वर्ड में एक comprehensive and fundamental law, कोई लॉ बना दिया, कोई कानून बना दिया. डॉक्ट्रिन मतलब आपके क्या विचार हैं उसके बारे में. डॉक्ट्रिन आपके थॉट्स क्या हैं उसके बारे में. डॉक्ट्रिन और एजम्पशन, व्हाट डू यू एज्यूम, दैट इज आल्सो ए प्रिंसिपल. नाउ प्रिंसिपल क्लियर हो गया. फंडामेंटल, गाइडलाइंस, रूल्स, रेगुलेशंस, these are all principles, the basics. Now what is crop? Agronomy, each and agronomy student should be ready to answer what is meaning of crop. Like he answered very well, what is meaning of agronomy? हमें पता होना चाहिए. We should know what is crop production. चाहे उसको रट के याद करो, कैसे भी याद करो, we should know. हमसे कोई एग्रोनॉमी पूछता, हम नहीं बता पाए तो बड़ा गलत होगा. हमारे we used to have a teacher, you may have heard his name, Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Do you know this name, Dr. Rajendra Prasad? What you know about him?
Yes, sir.
What you know?
Yes, sir.
क्या जानते हो उनके बारे में?
The book of Fundamental of Crop Production, Volume 1 and Volume 2.
Okay. You know him as an author. I know him as a teacher also. He was my teacher and I feel proud to have him as my teacher. He taught soil fertility, fertilizers, and everything to me. And I shared very good memories with him. A lot of time I spent with him. And now he's in USA. He's sick now. He is 88 years old. So he's staying with his son in UK. So one time, several times I will ask questions to him. And one time I asked him questions, sir, can you define agronomist? How can you define an agronomist? So you know how he defined agronomist? He told me, Dinesh, agronomist is just housewife. I'm sorry, there is no term like housewife, but we used to have a word housewife. My own mother was considered as housewife. What my mother will do, She will do several work. She will look after animals in home. She will cook food. She will go to the farm also to collect some fodder for the cattle. My mother used to work a lot in agricultural activities. She was managing the show. She was managing budget also. She would ask my father to spend this money on this item and not on this item, that item. She was managing very well. So he said, agronomist is a manager like a housewife and who manages everything. And when housewife goes to kitchen, she cooks delicious food. I'm not degrading the status of a woman. I mean that if it is the case, so whosoever is cooking the food, the cook will go to the kitchen and he or she will cook. He will take some dal, some masala, some namak, several ingredients will be added. Another दूसरा भी फूड बनाएगी, चावल बनाएगी, रोटी बनाएगी, मीट बनाएगी, मुर्गा बनाएगी, मच्छी बनाएगी दादा की, ठीक है, सब कुछ बन जाएगा. And then it will be served. Good food is served. Same is agronomist. He will take knowledge from pathology, knowledge from entomology, knowledge from soil science, knowledge from water management, knowledge from different subjects, and cook the food and produce the food. Give you food in your hand. हम बैग में देते हैं food. एग्रोनॉमिस्ट बैग में फूड देते हैं और जो हाउस में कुक देता है वो प्लेट में फूड देता है. बट इन बोथ केस इट इज फूड. समझ में आया? सो एग्रोनॉमी इज जस्ट लाइक ही एक्सप्लेन्ड मी लाइक दिस. सो वी टेक नॉलेज फ्रॉम डिफरेंट सब्जेक्ट्स एंड अप्लाई टू प्रोड्यूस द क्रॉप्स. लास्ट 10 मिनट बचा है. अभी 5 मिनट बाद मैं बंद कर दूंगा. आई विल क्लोज इट. और नेक्स्ट लेक्चर यू कैन डिसाइड वेन एवर यू वांट. You can have lecture. If you wish, from my side, tomorrow is possible. From my side, day after tomorrow is possible. Both days is possible. If you wish on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that is also possible. From my side, but I would request you to finish it as early as possible. Because I do not know what will happen to my lectures. Because I can go on leave. I can do some other job also, but I have bit free time during the month of February. During this month, I have free time, more free time for you. And you can speak to your seniors also, senior colleagues who are in IRE, who are in PhD, or others. You can make your link with them so that you can upgrade your ideas, knowledge, books, etc., etc. So I encourage you to attend my lectures if you wish. So you can decide, because for me I will not evaluate you for exam. If I am forced, I will ask simple question, everybody will answer. Don't bother about exam. If you want to learn, if you want to get knowledge, if you want to improve your learning or skills in agronomy, you can attend my lectures. Okay, so it is up to you. Means attendance से मुझे कोई मतलब नहीं, आपकी लगना नहीं लगना. I don't bother. मैं अपने स्टूडेंट को भी ऐसे ही बोलता हूँ. I speak like this. तो अब आपकी पाले में बॉल है. Now ball is in your court to decide. कितना आप सीखना चाहते हैं. कोई एग्जाम की बाउंडेशन नहीं है मेरे साथ. आई रिपीट सो मेनी टाइम्स. ठीक है, आपको पढ़ना हो, अच्छा लग रहा हो, पढ़ते रहो, नहीं पढ़ना हो, बंद कर दे. ठीक है, तो आप डिसाइड कर लो. वेन एवर यू वांट, वी कैन फिक्स एवरी टाइम फॉर द नेक्स्ट डे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, वी कैन फिक्स फॉर टुमारो वी कैन फिक्स फॉर नेक्स्ट डे. आफ्टर टुमारो वी कैन फिक्स, बट इट विल बी म्यूचुअल. And if you say no, I will not mind it also, because this is, you may also have work, you can also fall sick, you can also go to classes, you can also go to your home. I understand that. So I will not mind, I will not get angry at you that you have not fixed the time according to my convenience. I will not shout at you. ठीक है, उसको mind मत करना. Just consider me as your friend. Take me as a friend. You have to be very open to me, very clear to me. And then we can, with mutual cooperation, we can succeed in this. So you can tell me honestly and frankly, on face. If you say on face, I will be happy. That okay, if I propose tomorrow, can we have a class at 12? If you want, say okay. If you don't want, say no, sir, it is not possible. Or you can say, sir, can we have it at 11? Can we have it in the evening? Or can we have it at other day? You can give your opinion freely, all individuals. And you can also bring some more friends if they are interested. I'm not doing it for formality. I'm doing it as a serious business. ठीक है? Business,
sir.
serious teaching, you can say. So now can we have a class tomorrow anytime? Now you propose. I will see if I can manage that time.
Sir, tomorrow you can take either in evening or in morning. We are free tomorrow.
Okay. So morning, what time possible for you? Because tomorrow is holiday actually here. Saturday, Sunday is holiday.
Yes, sir.
So my day
Yes, sir.
starts at
Yes, sir.
11 actually. You know, on holidays, my day starts at 11 because I am lazy in the morning. I go to market actually. Lazy means I need to do some activities of shopping. सब्जी खरीद के लाना है बाजार से, बच्चे हैं मेरे बड़े, उनके खाने पीने का सामान लाना होता है, तो कुछ काम करना पड़ता है फैमिली का. देन आफ्टर 11 आई एम फ्री. तो 11 पे रख सकते हैं, 12 पे रख सकते हैं, जैसा आप एज यू विश. बताओ काजल.
सर रख सकते हैं 11 से भी. मैं कल हमारा भी फ्री है पूरा टाइम, तो
ठीक है,
कभी भी
11
रख
से
सकते हैं आप.
11 से 1 कर लेंगे, 11 से 1 कर लेंगे, ठीक है. तो
है, सर.
और मुझे बता भी देना भाई आपको, सचमुच आई वुड नीड योर फीडबैक. आपको लगे कि कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा, अभी तो चीजें आगे बढ़ेंगी तब और इंटरेस्ट आएगा आपको. आई प्रोमिस आई विल गिव यू माय 100%. आई एम रेडी टू गिव माय बेस्ट, बट यू शुड बी एबल टू गेट द बेस्ट. जो भी है, मैं ये नहीं कह रहा आई एम बहुत वेरी हाई फाई दिस एंड दैट. आई एम वेरी सिंपल पर्सन, बट वट एवर आई हैव, to the best of my knowledge, experience, I will share. I have passion for teaching. So, ठीक है, अगर आपको अच्छा लगे आप पढ़ लेना, नहीं लगे मुझे बताना. Thank you very much, and you can also express yourself. कुछ कहना हो आप कह दीजिए. आप भी खुल के बोल सकते हो. You are just like my own family. ठीक है, मेरे अपने बच्चे की तरह हो आप लोग सब. कुछ बोलना हो, you can also speak your heart, your things.
थैंक यू सर, अच्छा लगा पढ़ के.
पढ़ के अच्छा लगा और ठीक है. और दूसरी बात यह है कि आई एम आल्सो स्पोर्ट्स कोऑर्डिनेटर. IRA का जितना स्टूडेंट होता है, आई एम स्पोर्ट्स कोऑर्डिनेटर ऑफ IRA स्टूडेंट्स. आई कोऑर्डिनेट स्पोर्ट्स एक्टिविटीज. सो आई एम ट्राइंग टू हैव वन इंटर हब कंपटीशन. And I have talked to Dean Madam also. She is happy. So we will call our hub students to come to IRA to participate in sports events. So we can have sports, and that way also I can get connected with you. Through sports also we can connect, because I organize this annual sports meet of the students, and sometimes I take them outside also for competitive sports. And here in IRA we organize one volleyball premier league was organized, and now Palash may be knowing that IRA students are organizing IPL, Indian Premier IRA Premier League. It starts on 12th.
Yes, sir.
तुझे पता है? अच्छा. And they have collected good money. बहुत सारा पैसा आ गया. IPL की सेल हुई, उनको ऑप्शन हुआ. So they earn big money, and now from that money they are organizing it lavishly. वो लाइट वाइट लगवाएंगे बहुत, और इसको टेलीकास्ट भी होगा शायद YouTube वगैरह पे, आपको लाइव भी देख सकते हो. Means they are using more modern gadgets. तो अगर आगे चीजें अच्छी होती हैं, so I can be a link in sports also. मुझे पसंद है खेलना कूदना. I am involved. मैंने डीन से खुद कहा मुझे स्पोर्ट्स का सेक्रेटरी बना दो स्टूडेंट का. तो उन्होंने बना दिया, अगर कोई इंटरेस्ट ले तो उसको बना देते। और मैं बना इसलिए था क्योंकि मैं आई प्ले एवरी डे, स्टूडेंट के साथ खेलता हूँ, मैं हमारे वॉलीबॉल खेलता हूँ एवरी डे। तो बल्कि पिछले कई सालों से स्टूडेंट ने खेलना बंद कर दिया था, बट नाउ उनको एनकरेज करके जबरदस्ती फील्ड पे लाके वी आर प्लेइंग स्पोर्ट्स। So thank you. See you tomorrow at 11. I'll send you link before the lecture. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank
Bye
you.
Okay,
for
sir.
now. Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.